Maybe it'll help you. Maybe it won't. You be the judge.
Yeah, it need to be
So,
like that.
I'll put respect on my name. Sheena, so lovely.
And then she rides all the way up and defend herself.
You know, they will either watch your lifestyle or learn to live it themselves. It's not nothing that you can prove to them. Like, try Jesus. Try him. Welcome to Maybe We Can Help, the podcast where we give our unsolicited advice. Maybe it'll help you. Maybe it won't. I am Tasia Royale.
I'm Sheena.
And you have Aaron in the background if you hear him talking.
Yes. I don't know why she had to sound like a man to say that, but yes.
You forgot to tell them to be the judge.
I thought I did.
You be the judge.
I said, welcome to Maybe We Can Help, the podcast we give our unsolicited advice. Maybe it'll help you. Maybe it won't. Oh, you be the judge. Whatever. You know what it is.
Aaron's the judge right now.
We are going to talk about Charlie Kirk and reparations. Dun, dun, dun. We are black women. So we're going to talk about and Aaron's a black man. So we're going to talk about
our perspective
on Charlie Kirk.
Yes.
And his passing. First of all, I would like to say I'm going to start off a little strong, I guess. I do not care if he actually was a racist that much. I don't care that much. I still think the way he died was very tragic.
Absolutely.
I believe that I am sending condolences to his wife and his children because he leaves behind a wife and I believe it's 2 daughters, if I'm not mistaken. So I still believe if he's the racist man, I still believe it was tragic the way he died.
Absolutely.
And I'm still going to send condolences. I don't care. I mean, if other than him saying he hated Jesus now, I'd be like, hold on now. Wait a minute.
Which he did.
Even then, it would still be a sad
situation. It would still be sad.
Because I think it's even sadder in that case because if you haven't found him yet, you know he ain't make it in.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and start because that's what gets me about some of these Christians, the pastors out here posting stuff. No, you didn't have to like them. You didn't have to agree with them and stuff like that. But having no type of compassion for a person, especially if you're a Christian and you think he was a racist and you think he went to hell, for you to not have any type of compassion for a person that goes to hell for eternity, knowing what that means, like, what are you doing? Especially as a pastor, that's what got me. I'm like, I don't care what you thought about.
You saw pastors saying?
Yes,
I have,
and you know some of them. And I was like, bro, y'all got to be kidding me right now to have no type of okay, don't say nothing at least for a couple days. And then you can go in, you can say what you felt about some of the stuff he said, but just heartless about the man dying.
Yeah, one person that was like, I don't care about him dying. Yeah, that's just like, he could be in hell. Like, I don't know his walk, and I don't know his walk with Christ. I don't actually know him for real the way the Lord knows him, because a lot of us make these decisions about what we see.
He was a believer.
And forget that God is the discerner of a heart. So no matter what you see, God doesn't look on the outer appearance. He always looks on the heart. Now, I don't know what the Lord saw. He could have let him in. He could have went to hell. I don't know. But like Aaron said, it is very tragic when someone dies and there is a possibility that they have gone to that horrible, horrible place.
I think that it's sad in any aspect, whether they went to heaven. Even if they went to heaven, it's still sad because of the grieving. I think you can rejoice a little bit
more, though.
You can, but because of the family's grief.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fact that
that's what my mind went to when I saw it. I was like, dang. And then the bad thing is, they were there.
Like, they were there?
They were there.
So that'll be imprinted in their mind.
They were there. Like, that is wild. And I'm just like, man, y'all really own this like that? Like, what about the family? Like,
yes, and
crazy work, man.
You cannot unsee that. You cannot unsee that.
And I saw the actual video close up. It was brutal.
It popped on my For You page, but I had no idea what it was. And normally, if I see a Charlie Kirk and he's at a college, I'm like, I don't feel like watching it because it could be long. So I don't want to watch the whole thing. So I just swiped. And then I found out he died. First of all, why was it rumored that he was alive when he was dead?
Well, once it happened, they were saying that he was in critical condition, but that was like maybe a few hours after. It lasted for about a few hours, and then Trump came out and said he was dead.
Okay. But yeah, I think Now I'm gonna be honest. I do think he was a mini racist, and I'm gonna say mini racist because I don't think he was blatantly, oh, you're an NIGGA and I have no respect for you. I don't think he was a blatant racist. I do think he had a little mini micro aggressive racism to him. I do think that, but still, I still have compassion for him and his family dying, because once life ends here, it's a whole different ball game on the other side. So I have a lot of compassion, especially towards his wife and his daughters. One, and then I feel for him dying, especially in the way that he did. Like, that was kind of gruesome.
Yeah. Public execution.
Basically, literally, basically how he died, public execution. So I think that is very unfortunate, and I'm not gonna say I have no compassion. I feel like you're very heartless if you have no compassion at all for a human life.
Yeah, I mean, you just think about. I mean, when I see families, I mean, families are awesome. You know, I think that's one of the purpose of us being here is to create connections, and families and whatnot. And so thinking about his daughters growing up and him not giving them away, and him not seeing them have children, or they'll have to tell their children stories about their dad. He'll never be able to bounce them on his knee or watch them grow. Like, again, my condolences to his family and to every person that he impacted positively that will be missing and grieving his death. But yeah, it's tragic on so many levels. But yes, if he made it into heaven, good for you, Charlie Kirk. I pray that you did, because he did proclaim to be a believer.
I don't want to see nobody.
I don't know his walk. I don't know his life, but I do know that he claimed to be a born again believer and talked a lot about Jesus Christ. So yeah, but as far as do I think he was racist, I listened to, before his passing, I listened to a lot of his debates and different things like that. I will say he was arrogant at times.
Oh yeah, very arrogant, and a little bit of egotistical too. I will say that.
But I think that's most men.
Yeah.
Especially in his position.
I'm about to say, and also his occupation requires that.
Yeah,
you have to be
egotistical. But he was extremely intelligent, and I think that he debated in most cases with grace and had a certain poise about himself and was very knowledgeable. He didn't just go into it willy-nilly debating people without facts. He had a lot of things that backed up what he was saying. So he's very knowledgeable. And I did not see racism. I saw a very opinionated young man and passionate. I didn't see a racist, personally.
I would say I'm a little on both sides. I don't know if he was. I guess I'm a little more towards Tay's side, because I don't think he was fully racist, because a lot of this, and they posting a whole lot of stuff about what he said, and I'm always one, like, context matters.
It does.
And if you listen to the context of some of the clips,
to the whole interview, exactly, they're picking out a small portion.
That's what I'm saying. And yeah, that's gonna sound bad whenever you do that. But almost all the clips I saw, I was like, bro, I know, because I've heard a lot of Charlie Kirk. I listened to a lot of his saying. I agree with a lot. I disagree with some too. But I heard a lot of stuff that he said, so I understood the point he was trying to make. But if you just take those snippets, it's going to sound racist.
Right. And media has this great way of pushing the narrative in whatever direction they want it to.
Correct.
So if they wanted him to be racist and they wanted you to believe that, and pray this isn't offensive, but most people are sheep.
That's
and
true.
Follow the crowd. Then you're going to believe whatever the crowd is saying. Because I hate to bring her into this, but Candace Owens was another person that speaks out.
Yeah, people
quite
hate her
openly.
Too.
People
hate her. I actually agree with some stuff she says.
And I agree with a lot
she says
of what she says.
I do too.
So I'm just like, okay, if y'all don't like her, you probably wouldn't like me either, because I agreed with a lot of things that she said.
And this is not a conservative podcast, so don't even get it twisted.
Right. No. Not everything, but most of the stuff she said made a lot of sense.
And that's how I felt about Charlie Kirk. And so I think I heard there was one thing that I heard him say. I was like, oh dang, that was racist.
That's why I call him not a full-fledged racist, but he gives off, and most white people don't know this about themselves, but that most of them give off a mini or microaggressive.
It's the microaggression.
It's the microaggressive racism, and that's what it is. They don't believe that's what it is. Like, no, I'm not racist. I can never be racist.
Yeah, white power. I have kids by black people.
Exactly. I'm not. KKK.
Guess what? So did slave owners.
Exactly. I'm not saying you're KKK. But I'm definitely saying you might clutch your pearls a little bit when a black person walks by. You giving a little bit of mini aggressive.
So does
racism.
That make me racist?
No. Like,
I clutch my pearls when black people walk by. Sometimes
I clutch my pearl when people walk by.
Literally, black, white, Mexican. It don't matter.
What I'm saying. I'm just saying. No, but like, it could be.
That's what I'm saying. It's a mini. But explain your story because it might go along with it. It's a mini.
Well, what he said, racism. I thought was flat out racist, but I think he either didn't catch himself, or he said what he meant. But he was talking about black people, and they always talk about DEI, and how you only get the job because you're a certain skin color or you're a gender or something like that. And I understand his point, because his point is that
I heard that one.
Yeah, his point is that if you're not qualified, I don't want you in that position.
No matter what.
No matter what color you are. And I don't know if I would say that it's just because of a person being black, because I also heard a debate where he was talking to a guy, and the guy went to the mic and he was like, and they were at a college. He was like, do I deserve to be here even though I'm black? And he was like, I don't know anything about you. I don't know if you deserve to be here or not. He was trying to press it, you know what I'm saying? Just like, well, I'm black. Like, should I be here? And he was like, well, are you qualified to be here? And the black guy was like, yeah. He was like, well, you deserve to be here. And that was his standpoint. But the one time I heard him, he was like, I don't know exactly what everything he was talking about, but he was talking about DEI. And he was like, yeah. And, black people are taking a great position from a white person. And I was like, oh, dang, Charlie. That was a little racist right there.
To me, that sounds just like, wait a minute.
A black person was taking jobs from white people.
Which we know that's not true.
It ain't about it from what I heard on that part. It wasn't about qualifications. If it was about qualifications, what makes you think a white person's qualified to do it?
Exactly.
And so that was the only thing I heard that I was just like, oh, buddy.
The slavery thing was questionable to me too.
Well, what he said about that, he said that black people were better off in the 1940s.
Correct. And no, we weren't.
And he was talking about because it was more fathers in the home. It wasn't as much black on black crime, stuff like that. But there was race. There was slavery. So
that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, there was Jim Crow. There were people burning down whole towns because black people were in it and they were thriving. So it's like, no, we can't let them do that. So it's like, you saying we were in a good place in there. I'm just like, no.
So there's I don't that. Really know. I mean, he might have had some races in him, but at the end of the day,
it's something there. I think that
but it's a lot of white people like that, and sorry black people, it's gonna be a lot of white folks that got some races in them that might make it in. Okay. And guess what? A lot of y'all that's talking that's black got some races in you. So you talk all you want. Yes, black people can be racist, because in any time that you feel like your race is superior, I mean, I think all races are all races, and you should celebrate your culture. I'm black. Mm-hmm. Y'all know I would say it a different way if I wasn't on this podcast. But at the end of the day, still, God loves the black people just like he loves the white people, like the Mexican people, like the Chinese people. And yes, we should celebrate culture. But if we really gonna go even deeper into it, what the heck is black folks' culture back in Africa? Voodoo, hoodoo.
Not only that, but yeah.
I'm just saying not only, but I'm saying this is, I mean, and I'm still not saying you shouldn't celebrate being a black person, but let's keep it where it's at now. Yes, we can celebrate being black and being Christ-like, but think about this. If you celebrate, yes, and we should celebrate being black. It's awesome. Honestly, I feel like it's a great race. But what would you say if a white person beside you was doing the same thing? Would you feel some type of way?
Celebrating what?
Their race.
Them being white.
I'll be like, "What you celebrating?"
But here's my point.
I would. If you feel, what you celebrating?
If you feel some type of way because somebody's celebrating, I ain't talking about you. I mean, in general, if you feel some type of way because a white person is celebrating their race, you're a racist. Because if we can celebrate our race, they can celebrate their race. I mean, now I'm not saying they should be celebrating the path to where they are now in America, because of course we know that was found, basis was on racism.
Yeah.
But if as a white person they want to celebrate being white, celebrate being white. It should not make you feel some type of way unless you racist. And so, yeah, celebrate you. They can celebrate them. It is what it is. He might have been a little racist. I don't know. I don't know if he was truly a believer or not. But that's between him and the Lord now. But the kids and the wife and the family, that's terrible. And if you celebrating that, something wrong with you.
Yeah, somebody was like, well, if you want nice things to be said about you when you're dead, say nice things to people when you're alive. I was like, first of all, let's not put movie screens about people's lives.
That's my point. Because I know you being hypocritical. Because you talking about stuff that you didn't like that he said. But what about all the stuff you probably done did that folks don't like about you?
Exactly.
You think just because you hee in the folks' face that your heart good?
Exactly. And I was
what are you talking about?
We have to forget that we have all made a lot.
We all done did some crazy stuff. We done said crazy stuff.
People. So let's not put people. Let's start putting some lives on the screen and see who really got nice stuff to say. I don't want my life on the screen.
Right.
So I know full well that everybody else don't want their life on the screen, because we've all done some shicey stuff sometimes. And just because he said what he said, and
you probably done forgot some of the stuff you did.
Exactly. And you disagree with his words, don't mean that man deserved to die in the way that he did in front of his family. That's just crazy.
Absolutely not.
But a lot of times black people, and I'm so sorry, I love us. I love being black. But we choose our culture and our race over Christianity. And we're black, and we're black first, and then we're a Christian second. And I was just like, no,
Christian first.
Why am I talking about being black more than Christ?
You know what I'm saying? I'm in heaven. Heaven is me.
And again, celebrate being black. It's great.
Right.
I'm just
really
saying,
love it.
If the first thing I think about you is, that's a strong black man, and not, that's God. That's that's follower of Christ.
God, yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, look, I ain't gonna call out no preachers. Some of them be annoying the mess out of me, whether they right with God or not. I'm like, bro, come on, man. What is Christ like here?
What is Christ like? Yeah.
But they want, like you said, I truly believe they more black than they are Christian.
They choose their race and their culture over that.
Candace Owens made a point. She said this. She said that women were better off in the 1950s.
She had to say that because of we were in the homes, we were being taken care of and stuff like that. But I don't want to be in the home all the time. You know what I'm saying? And also we didn't really have the option to leave. So I'm just like, I get where she was going. Like, we were.
Did you see that?
What?
That her point of view on those things?
But I agree with some of the stuff Candace be saying. I agree with some. Now some stuff can be like, I don't know. But that, I'm kind of like, it's a toss up, because
her point in that was basically women. So her point was that basically ever since the feminist movement and all those things took place, the drug and alcohol abuse for women went up. Excuse me, significantly. And so did the suicide rate for women. It went up significantly. And she was saying that one of the lowest times for where women weren't doing those things and they were happier. And she was like, okay, the best measurement of happiness would be needing less pills and like depression pills and going to the doctor, less for like stress, strain, and heart problems and all that kind of stuff. And she was saying that one of the greatest times for that was in the 1950s when they were in the homes raising kids and picking out new stoves.
It's true.
She said that she said you could say what you want, but in her opinion, that proves that women get more fulfillment from raising families than they do creating careers.
Now, I will say this. I do believe that this narrative, because now a lot of women are chasing, careers first and then family second. What was my point gonna be? Dang, Tay.
Well, and she said that basically, a career cannot hug you at the end of your life.
Sure, they sure can't.
And then she was also talking about how some of the feminists and stuff like that, they're getting of age. And retirement age and stuff like that, and some of them have chosen not to have children, so they're going into nursing homes. They are
I said that on another podcast. I was like, if you're gonna be alone with no husband and no children, that's fine, that's your prerogative, do what you want to do, but make sure you're set up for that, because you gonna have to get old. You're gonna have to, and sometimes if you live long enough, you're gonna need help. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to do stuff, and some of your family members might be gone on too. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be alone with nobody else to fight for you or be an advocate for you. So I was like, if you're gonna do that, just know you're gonna need help. So make sure you have it written down somewhere, recorded somewhere, that this is what I want done. This is how I want to do it. Because you never know. You and your, like, say, God forbid, you start losing your mind and then they put you somewhere. And then that's it. You ain't got no family to fight for you. You ain't had no kids. You ain't had no husband.
Yeah. My sister-in-law works as a nurse. And she's at a health and rehab center. And there's a lady there who came from home or something like that. And she has a hole in her back the size of a human fist because her having diabetes and not being moved and changed and all that kind of stuff properly, because of you have to have people that love you and care about you. I know that we have a church member is home with her mom all the time, and every time her mom comes to church, she's in a wheelchair. She looks so good. She looks good. She smells good. And even though she can't really move the way she used to, she does not look worse than when she was bringing herself to church back in the day.
Right.
She looks the same because she has people there, her children there, that really care for her and are taking care of her and feel honored and blessed to be able to do so. So some of these women that are choosing careers and stuff like that, that was what Candace was saying, was that you have to remember that you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna have that, and then you're gonna be taken care of by strangers, or they'll be in control of where you go and what happens to you. And she was saying that also they're stressing out over deadlines and different stuff with their businesses. And she said that they're kids, you there's a level of stress that comes with children, but it's also extremely fulfilling when you get the hugs and the it gives back.
I only got one, so I can't talk about a whole tribe of Judah, but it is significantly easier with help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got the one. But when Aaron sees me and I'm just like, all right, Harmony, get up my face. Because there are moments like that. Be honest with yourself. You don't want your kid in your face 24/7. But I don't want to tell her that, because I don't want to deter her from being in my face. Because, like, she's
one day you miss it when they're adults.
Like, and Aaron will see that. He'll be like, all right, Harmony, let's go give mommy a minute. But, oh, thank you. She's getting on my nerve. But I don't want to tell her she's getting on my nerve. So it's way easy, and I pray later on in life, if we need to be taken care of, I believe she will take care of us. You know what I'm saying? Because we've already started that foundation of.
And she be trying to do it now.
She does. She definitely.
If one of us sick, okay, just say that I'll take care of you.
And when I come home, sometimes I'll grab your bag for you. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just simple stuff like that. So putting that foundation in your kid, I can't imagine not having that. I would much, much rather have it. As stressful it can be sometimes, or as, sometimes I'd be like, Harmony, let's just chill. If she doesn't want to, I would much rather have it than not have it.
Absolutely.
So do you think there'll be more women regretting this or not when they
Absolutely.
Because I've seen also an influx of women leaving their good spouses. I'm just like, y'all letting the internet influence y'all too much. This is why I say single women keep other people single. So I know I told y'all about the lady who was complaining about a good man. I'm just like, ma'am, what is wrong with you?
I've heard it. We work in a salon, so I've heard women complain about it. I mean, the stuff that they can be complaining about. I'm like, that's not really a complaint.
They think Aaron is like amazing, which Aaron is amazing. But like they be one of our coworkers be like, man, Aaron does this, and I'm like, yes, he does, but he also gets on my nerve. But you'll never know that from me. Because I'm not going to be out here.
But they'll know it now.
I'm not going to be on the internet bashing him, even if he does. And I'm definitely not going to be talking about it in the salon.
I'm
everybody. Not going to do that. I'm just not. Oh my God. Yes, you going to think Aaron is the sun, the moon, and the stars. You sure is, because it won't be from my head. You won't be from my mouth.
I'm sure the good days outweigh.
Absolutely.
The bad.
So I'm just like, y'all listening to these single women who probably want your man, who probably is looking. She's like, man, he taking care of her. They want him. That's what.
So y'all do believe that women are going to have regrets once they get to the end of their careers, like not making a family and not having.
Now some women I do respect, because some of them don't need children. I do understand that. The more selfish you are, and that's just what it boils down to. The more selfish you are, you really don't need kids.
I heard a young lady say that. She was like, I don't think I should have kids because I'm selfish.
And I believe, and thank you. You shouldn't reproduce, because you're probably going to mistreat that child in some way, shape, or form, whether it be emotionally, physically, some way, shape, or form. The more selfish you are, you shouldn't have kids. You absolutely shouldn't. It's a great sacrifice to have them. So if you already say, oh, I'm selfish, great, don't have kids. So I don't believe every woman will regret it, but I do believe there will be some that will regret missing opportunities to either have children or in their mind that lover that they let go, that they probably shouldn't have let go. Something along those lines. Yeah, because most men, not most, some there are. I don't want to put a number on it. There's a lot of men who really are good men. They're just, they need a little bit of care. They need a little bit of care, love, and an opportunity to show that they're actually good men. You know what I'm saying? Men, I said this earlier one time they say that like dogs, it don't take much. I said that one time. You're not dogs, man, but it don't take much a lot of the times to please a man or keep him home. The ones that they be going after, the billionaires.
Tay said y'all are pets.
They're not pets, but it just don't take a lot. It don't take a lot.
She said all you need is a dog bowl, a little walk every now and again, and a pat on the head. That's what she said. That's what I heard. I don't know what y'all heard.
But. Not like that. But they're going after these certain status of men. So a lot of times I see the 1%ers. First of all, it's 1%. How many of men do y'all think is in that 1%?
You gotta be.
It's 1% that makes over 100,000.
Exactly.
You talking about 1% of 1% once you go above 500,000.
Exactly.
And billion?
That's even less. So they're going after these certain caliber of men. So but what about the not ones that certain caliber of woman?
He got to be 6 foot. He got to be light skin or dark skin. He got to.
The average male height is 5'9".
He got. I mean, I'm good either way, because he always going to be tall to me.
Yes, because you're very short.
As long as he at least 5'1".
But what you guys aren't.
I'm 5 even. No, he can't be 5'1", Aaron, because I put on my heels. We gonna have a problem. And I wear I wear heels all the time.
So what you guys, when they describe these men, they are forgetting.
He got to be at least 5'9". Sorry.
He needs to be kind. He needs to 5'9". That's not a bad one. He needs to be kind. He needs to be a little selfless. You know what I'm saying? He needs to know how to serve. You know, these are the attributes they're looking over just because he's not 6 even. You know what I'm saying? But he's kind and he thinks the world of you. You know what I'm saying? He adores you. And they're just like,
I can't say what I wanted to say.
And they're just like, no, but he's not this. I'm just like, all right, you keep looking for that. You're going to get your feelings hurt.
To me, you know, he gotta be though. He gotta have a relationship with God.
Absolutely.
And that'd be the rare part, because it can't be a religious relationship.
This is like really bad.
You got to talk to him and be able to hear back from him.
How did we get on relationships from Charlie Kirk?
Charlie Kirk.
We was talking about
Candace
first of all,
Owens.
yeah, Candace Owens.
That's how we did it. We did it so smooth. I mean, that was so smooth.
Yeah, I mean, look, ain't nobody gonna be perfect, so you better go ahead and be ready to check something, X something off of that list.
Ain't nobody.
Like I said, you have to have for me, you have to have an authentic relationship with
I hear you, Sheena, but you still got stuff that it's a no for. Like, even if you got 10 guys that's serving the Lord,
yeah, he gotta look decent.
You got your stuff that's gonna X dudes out. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't look good and have a relationship.
You can change the looks. You can help them.
Not always.
Oh, okay.
So you wouldn't sacrifice the looks?
I have to be attracted, Aaron.
I'm saying if he 5'9", serve the Lord.
And he is 7.
He just he works out. He's in the gym. You just don't really agree with his face all the time.
He's a 7. 7 ain't bad.
Y'all be trying to get me to be with somebody ugly.
No, we just
y'all want me to have somebody ugly so bad.
No. The point is, most women now, they want it every way they want it, and that's it. But realistically, you talking about somebody that serves the Lord a real way, which is scarce in itself. Then you talking about that same person you being attractive to, you know what I'm saying, has at least not fat.
I don't mind a little bit of fat.
I know what you call fat, and that's not fat.
Oh.
So
that's why I said a little.
Okay. So he's got to be that, and then he, of course, you always want somebody that makes at least enough to be able to, support both of you.
To me, if we can support together, because I make money.
Okay.
So,
but then you also probably want him to be. You don't want him to be.
If together we can work it to where everything is taken care of.
Do you want him to match you, or? You see?
Wait a minute. I feel like
he is taking care of everything, but he doesn't make as much as you.
That's fine. That really is fine.
Okay.
You can only vacation twice.
Oh, okay. Because he can only pay for twice. We do what we want.
I'm about to say, I don't know if the money gonna necessarily get her. But
we do more than that now with just me. So if he can pay for 2, then true. I can pay for 2. But, now we got 4.
But he ain't funny. Or he doesn't have a good sense of humor or something.
Aaron, get out of here.
My point is, you're not going to get the perfect guy.
Get out of here, Aaron.
So there's something that you're going to have to sacrifice.
Get out of here, Aaron. Let me tell you something. This ugly, autistic young man that y'all want me to marry.
Wow. First of all, okay. Well.
Aaron said he ain't got no sense of humor. He just an A personality and can't laugh.
No, I'm not naming the.
That sounds like autism.
I'm not saying this is all one person. I'm saying out of this, you're something's gonna. There's got to be a give and take. So he corny.
He believe in God, but he corny and ugly, Aaron.
Okay, he believe in God. He the best looking thing you ever seen.
He's apparently a
leprechaun. The best thing you ever seen, but he ain't got no personality.
What is that? He's just over there a rock, and we can't laugh or nothing together.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, Aaron?
I'm saying it's gonna be. You're not gonna get the perfect guy. That's all I'm saying.
Thing. That's not a big
thing.
Everything
is a big thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. If we leave Christ there, we leave Christ there.
So he has an A personality and can't laugh or joke with me. Or
I mean, he can laugh. He just ain't gonna make you laugh.
He is so he's 5'10". He looks great.
And he serves the Lord.
Of course, serves the Lord, and he's actually has a great personality.
Y'all not gonna.
But he only makes $30,000 a year.
We still be all right. We'll be all right.
So money ain't that much of a.
Yeah,
we would, cause I'm.
But that's my point. I didn't think money would get you like that anyway.
So money is.
So money. I mean, I wouldn't say she would say making $5,000.
It would be great if he made more.
But
just 30.
But the money ain't the issue with.
I mean, I could cover us for the most part. So I mean, that's not a huge thing.
What if he makes $100,000 and don't want you to ever work again?
I'm not doing that anyway. I don't care how much he made. If he was a millionaire and didn't want me to work again, I wouldn't like that, because that's a form of control in a way. I don't like that. Like, I enjoy what I do.
Rather their wife be, take care of the household, and they do everything like that.
But
honestly, that's how it was for years.
So this controlling, ugly, autistic man.
You can't call it controlling, because if you want to be honest,
he said I can't work no more.
Eve was made to be a helpmeet.
Okay.
To the man.
Okay.
And so if we want to take it there, it's not control.
If
it's the structure.
If I work, is that not help?
Not if that's not where he needs help at. You can't control where he needs help.
If he only make 100,000, he need help.
That's your opinion.
In this market?
No, I agree with you, but I'm just saying, there's got to be something. It's got to be a give and take.
That's
You're not going to get everything
but
you want.
But he's not going to be ugly and autistic and controlling, Aaron.
Just because a man will want you to sit home does not make him controlling. Let's not do that. That makes him.
If that's not what I want, what does that make him?
Oh, well then y'all just won't be together.
Right, because he controlling.
That's not controlling, because that's what he wants out of his. You just said the stuff you want out of your man. He can't say the stuff he want out of his woman.
Okay, put it like
What's the difference?
So it's not, but I'm just
saying, then if that's the case, y'all both controlling.
If let's say he says, hey, I want to go to football, and I say, I don't like my man to like football. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. Like basically, it's a deal breaker if you like. It's a deal breaker if I like what I do and want to work.
So what about them reparations?
Even if we compromise and I work less.
If you work from home, okay.
I can't do hair from home.
What if he said, you don't need to do hair? I make $1 million. You don't need to do hair.
I want to do something though.
See how those words are different?
Okay, but what? Okay, so let's say he says that I want your primary function to run the household. Whatever you do outside of that, until I get home, you do.
Okay, so he's a slave owner.
That's not a slave owner.
That's actually not a bad thing.
My point, first of all, a lot of women, I would dare to say, I know she is. I would dare to say most women would love to not have the financial stress of somebody being able to make all the money and you can do what you want. I'm just saying, well, we know that. Last podcast, we were talking about you having dude mentality.
You know what? If my dude, Charlie Kirk, were here, he would not be happy with your answers right now.
No, he would be, actually.
No, he would.
Yes, he would, because he wasn't one of those that's all about the feminist movement either. He would be like, it's traditionally the household is ran better when the man goes to work and the woman stays home with the children.
I don't think Charlie would want me with an autistic.
Why? First of all, stop playing autistic people like that. That is not an autistic person, and that's not a hurt. Well, maybe he's a hermit. He can't laugh. But I didn't say he can't. Well, what I was trying to say is he's not funny. He's not funny to you, and his laugh's a little dry when you try to be funny. But he's still a human being.
Oh, so he got something plugged up his butt.
I wouldn't. Well, there's some people like that.
And Aaron wants me.
No, I don't, Sheena. Stop saying it. My point is, ain't nobody getting the perfect person.
And apparently Tay wants him to be 5'1".
Tay didn't want a person that was bald. I could get on camera right now. I ain't got no hair. I got a little bit of hair, but not really. She had to deal with that.
Tay said she wants him to be 5'1".
No, I didn't.
Who said that, Aaron? Who said 5'1"?
I said 5'10".
No, I said as long as they 5'1" for you because you 5 feet.
Oh, okay.
No, Aaron. See, that's what I'm talking about. You want me to marry a autistic,
Lord, stop saying autistic. I ain't saying autistic. I'm just saying it's a give and take. You can't have everything.
Let me say this. First of all, I don't have nothing against people with autism. My nephew has autism, and I love him dearly. But what I'm saying is that they don't comprehend jokes, or
you stuck on a joke
a lot of times, or social skills.
You ain't never met nobody that just ain't funny.
I have not.
Everybody you've met is not funny.
That has no sense of humor. That's a very rare individual indeed. For me, I've never seen anybody that doesn't have a sense of humor, or like I know people that even know they don't. Even if they don't think what you said is funny, they know how to laugh on cue because they understand that you made a joke.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I mean yeah that. But I mean, like I said not somebody that can't make you laugh.
You said they had a dry laugh. Like,
okay, well, let's take that out. I'll take that out. So somebody that just, they're not funny to you.
Okay. See, that's different. Then
so you can deal with that. I know it. But again, my whole point is just that people can't have everything. most women want everything. Dudes, honestly, most dudes, if they're attracted to you, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They can, as long as you ain't out there cheating and stuff like that. Most of them,
they're simple.
They don't really care that much. You know what I'm saying? Because most dudes, they'll go out there and they'll make the money and stuff like that.
So dudes don't care about how they woman look or how she is.
I said if they're attracted to them.
I was gonna say I think men are more choicey than women.
Oh heck no! What? How?
I think because first of all, okay, put it like this: a man can get with, like have sex with and flirt with and whatever with a lot of different women. But when he's choosing a wife, he does not compromise. You can say what you want. Women compromise a whole lot more than men do when it comes to their women compromise because they'll be like, women can fall in love with potential. Say what you want. A man, I've never seen a man that did not marry like he was just like, I guess whatever. She all right.
A dude will fall in love with a woman that work at McDonald's.
But the thing, my point is he sees something in her. He's like, oh, this is what I want. She's what I want in a woman. A woman will be like,
because that's what's in most women.
But
he wants out of that
potential.
What he wants out of that woman is in most women, more often than not.
I don't know about that.
That's one.
I don't know about that. I think men are more specific when they want to marry.
But they want to be attracted to you. Mm-hmm. They don't want you to be hassling them a whole lot about
promiscuous.
Stuff.
They don't want promiscuity.
No, and they don't want promiscuous. What else you think they want?
I don't know, but it'd be specific to me, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know what else you think men want.
That's it. So he could just go any, mini, money, mo as long as she's.
No, I mean. It should be a vibe to him and everything like that.
Do you disagree or agree?
With what?
Me.
That men are more choosy.
Specific. Like when they're choosing a wife, they would not compromise.
Oh yeah.
No, I agree with that. But my point is, what they won't compromise on is most women. Most women have it. Some women have it anyway.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, so you can find somebody you're attracted to. Yeah, mm-hmm. That's easy. Mm-hmm. As long as that woman ain't on your back hassling, nagging, and if they ain't out there in the streets, what more is the dude gonna want?
So that's it.
I mean, there are minute things that you can deal with, but for the most part, as long as you ain't got that, we can mostly make everything else work.
He like, oh, you it.
So he want to push over. I said, so he want to push over. That's Drea, guys.
That's
no,
Drea.
He does not want to. He don't want to push over. You can have your own mind, but he just don't want nobody that's gonna nag you and be on your back and challenge everything you doing. That's the control part.
A contentious
woman. He don't want anything like that. Of
course, nobody wants somebody's going to fight him all the time. However,
but that's my point. Like you ain't nagging about stuff all the time.
So what you're saying is that that when men marry, they marry the average woman.
Most of the time. Do you see regular dudes got supermodels?
They're attracted.
Even rich people, you see their wives and they're regular. They are not supermodels for the most part. You see them when they dating, they got supermodels. But when they marry, you seeing regular women
who they find attractive.
That is true because you done seen some rappers and what they rap about in their videos and the type of woman they want, and then you see their wives. You be like, oh, they look regular. They look like everyday people. They're not glammed up for the most part.
Men are not that complicated.
I told y'all they not that complicated.
Little pets. They like little pets.
They need a belly scratch every now and again. Or a back scratch.
A little belly scratch, belly rub.
They like them little belly back scratches.
So basically what you're saying is these women out here trying to impress these men are doing way too much.
Yeah.
I believe so, definitely. Like when you altering yourself, like everything about you just for a man. And I don't care what nobody say. Most of the time you're not doing that for yourself. You're doing it to attract somebody. Now, some women do things for themselves, because it helps them feel better.
Their self-esteem.
But a lot of women are going with the trend, and they listening to people. If you do this, you do that. This is how you attract a man. So
they're most likely single.
Yeah. When really all men want is a golden retriever.
And you see a lot of these women that do these things to themselves, they're single.
Because married people don't
They
like
might
to
have
give advice.
They might have a list of
Guys
I
that
can
wanna
mess with
sleep
this
with 'em.
person, you know, this day, that day. They might do this and that, but they're not in no committed relationship.
It's
Good
a
point.
reason why they're not married.
Good point.
They're single.
I'm just saying.
Another thing, married people don't give a lot of advice.
No, because folks,
Happily married.
Happily married people do not give a lot of advice.
I mean, unless you come to them,
They too busy being happy.
unless you come to them,
unless you come to them.
because most married folks see what it is, and they already know what you own anyway. Right. So why I'm gonna go to you?
Not just married people, happy people
don't give a
lot of advice. You know why? Because they've learned to go be happy, and most of the time, the people that need the advice aren't going to take it because they are miserable. And they're miserable because they don't listen to the happy people. So basically, a man's needs are pretty basic.
Pretty basic.
Okay.
I can agree.
So y'all heard it here first. Men just want golden retrievers.
You see what
companionship.
What women do? Men can't have nothing. We don't want nothing but three things, and the things we want, you just want a dog. You just want a pet. I'll get you a goldfish. What are you talking about?
They want a golden retriever that can clean the kitchen.
You funny, though.
You ain't even gotta be cute, girl. You ain't gotta be cute. You ain't gotta have no shape.
I said
you can be shaped just like an S.
I said they get the average woman that they're attracted to.
You know, you could be shaped like the letter F. And as long as you got
yes,
basic,
I've seen those women get married.
Mm-hmm. You could be a mermaid.
And
you
fellas,
can have
you just got
flippers.
To be Zeus, and you can get look God, look the best, got the best physique, got millions and trillions of dollars. Mm-hmm. They make you laugh all the time.
They know what you're thinking.
And they're sensitive. They'll lead you, but they won't control you. But they'll listen to you, but they'll make the decisions. And you'll be the funniest guy ever to them. And then you got to make sure that you're sensitive, that you're empathetic, that you're in tune with your feelings, that you can cry in front of them. But don't cry until it's the right time. And then you're going to be the most masculine. Then you're going to be good to go because you know all about your feelings. So as long as you're that, you can get them.
Not true at all, guys. And maybe that is for most women, but it's not me. So whatever. Aaron wants me to marry a hobbit.
I do not. I want you to get the person God got.
Amen.
But he's praying that it's a hobbit.
No, I ain't.
Yes, it is.
He's praying. I hope it's as close to the.
Aaron wants me to marry somebody as close to a creature from the Lord of the Rings as possible.
No. I just want women to understand you, and men for that matter. You're not gonna get every single thing you want.
True.
If you're too picky.
Not true. But
if you can work on it. You guys can work on your relationship. You can work on your marriage. You can create something beautiful.
Tay is hungry and sleepy.
I am. I'm more hungry than sleepy. I'm very hungry. I feel like I'm.
Well, we're gonna cut this one short, but also next time don't say a topic at the top of the conversation that we probably not gonna get to. You know, we can get into different topics.
I didn't realize it. We were supposed to talk about reparations. We'll talk about it again later. But we talked about the first one.
Yeah. So next time, and y'all can comment below. Do you feel like black people should? That'll be us talking about it.
Yeah.
In the comments.
Should
do you
black
think
people get reparations?
Right. Yes or no. So there you go. We talked about it.
There you go. We talked about it.
Comment yes or comment no. And then give a little brief description as to why.
On why.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll even know if y'all even want us to talk about it. Because if we don't get no comments, that means y'all want to talk about it anyway.
I don't know. I know it's at least one guy that's a faithful commenter.
I like Nate.
I don't know his name.
His name's Nathaniel.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that's for some reason I was thinking Nathaniel. Yes. Hey, Nathaniel. And Miss Pam. Yeah, and then Miss Pam is the other one. I love Miss
she be
Pam.
commenting too. And your mama.
Yes, and my mama. Thank y'all so much.
We love you guys. You guys are awesome. We love everybody that views, even if you don't comment. So we're just grateful for you guys, even coming and spending some of your day with us to hear us talk about whatever we didn't make the topic to be. So
literally,
yes, we love you guys. Thank y'all so much. We love y'all. Y'all love us. We love you.
I'm glitching over here, bro.
Hunger brain.
This has been another episode of Maybe We Can Help. That's the ending. That's the beginning.
Subscribe. Tune in next time.
I'm Tasia Rael.
I'm Sheena.
Y'all have a great one.
Bye.
Bye.